If you're making content just so people will like you, well, you're already doing it wrong. This mindset is set up for burnout, watered down messaging, and confusion about your own brand. If your goal is approval, getting the likes, getting the shares, getting the hype, getting the clout, the popularity, then you'll keep changing who you are to match what's trending. Your content isn't supposed to be a popularity contest. It's supposed to be aligned with your mission. And the moment you try to please everyone, you disconnect from the people you're actually meant to serve. Those people that you're actually called to serve. You can't speak boldly if you're filtering every word through will they like me? If you're filtering every word with the slang of today. Like, for an example, too many people use bro. Especially when people are talking to women and they call you bro. Don't like that. Sis, not your bro. That's why so many aspiring content creators and aspiring entrepreneurs feel stuck online. They don't know what they stand for or how they're even going to stand out. So they don't even try. They try to be like the next person. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. The real issue is that you haven't defined your foundation, your values, your standards, your core's mission, your purpose. But God already did. Habakkuk 2:14 says, the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord, not the opinions of the algorithm. I bring up that scripture because God has already originally designed you to go forth what he has already instilled in you. Go for what he's already instilled in you. Why are you looking at things outside of you and you're trying to measure yourself up with things outside of you? No, measure yourself according to God and to God's principles and to God's standards, because he allows you to have flaws. Let me tell you, God allows you to have flaws. God allows you to make mistakes, right? And God does not condemn you for those things. As long as you are coming back to him and acknowledging and confessing, sins, or you're acknowledging the fact that, I really didn't measure up in this area like I wanted to. Like, Lord, can you show me how I can show up more consistently in my truth than to be looking outside of myself to, quote, fit in with other people? When you are no longer trying to fit in with people, with the algorithm, with the status quo, that's when you have built yourself a foundation. That's how you build your self-esteem. And when you build your brand on that kind of truth, you stop bending for approval. Like, you stop seeking validation from other people. In this lifetime, people are forever looking outside of themselves for validation. Like, no, you are the only person that's going to validate your mission, who you stand, how you show up in this world. Like, you are the only one. People try to control you by saying little things, little insults, projecting, what they call gaslighting, however, right? Okay, but to the core, you are the person who ultimately decides what it is that you're going to do. You have to believe that you, as a person, you have influence. Not other people have influence. Yeah, other people may inspire you, but you are the ultimate influencer. You have to influence yourself. Therefore, you have to validate yourself, right? When you have no idea how to validate yourself, or you just having a rough moment, a hard time, or there's a certain area in your life where you just don't know how to show up, no one has taught you how to do it. This is why you go to the book of principles. Okay, it will help you see more clearly. They say you walk with God, he will make your paths clear. Okay, if you've been trying to please everyone, here's the shift. Clarify who you are, what you stand for, and who you're called to serve. Like, who are you called to become? You probably already are assigned to this mission, but you haven't had enough time to sit down with yourself and God to know what your mission is, right? What kind of content you should be doing, what kind of business you should have. A lot of people are on social media watching all these people who call themselves business coaches, right? And they're in the comments asking, oh, but what kind of product should I sell, or what kind of business should I sell? No, you're already starting off incorrectly. You ask yourself, what are you great at giving? Actually equipped comes easy to you. That is something that God has already instilled in you. Not wasting time trying to do all these trending topics and what's going on in pop culture right now, who did what that was off the rocker. Like, why are you talking about that? I'm gonna be honest, that's not how you're not building yourself. Almost like you're building something, but there's no solidarity in it, or gossip pages or things like that. Yeah, you might be creating a brand in a way, but you're not building yourself up. By design, because you are a brand, and I say that everyone who walks across this earth is a brand, is therefore you have principles, you have standards, you have values, right? You have core motivators that having you show up the way that you are in this world. That's why I talk about presence a lot and building your online presence, right? Okay, for building brands, we're building our online presence, but this is the thing. You have to have presence about you. And if you don't have any presence about you, how are you going to ultimately show how you're going to serve people? How are you ultimately going to show that people need your brand? How are you going to ultimately show that your message is influential if you feel like your presence alone is not influential? In high school, I always wondered why girls would go to the bathroom with each other. I never understood that, right? They need another body, or they need another being to, quote, support them as they're doing every little thing in their lives. And to be honest, that's not how you build confidence. Because I talk about gaining confidence through clarity. You gain confidence when you know who you are. You gain confidence when you know what you're gunning for. When you're always trying to attach yourself to somebody, or you're always trying to make somebody stand next to you in order to feel validated, that's not true confidence. Objects and people outside of you to make you feel like something. No, you have to already stand in your presence. You have to already stand in your essence. People will know when you're about something with the word choice that you have. And it's not just the words, because people like to dress up things with words, right? It's the tonality in what you are saying. And people will draw that up and they'll be like, okay, I can feel, you know how they say real recognize real. Like, you can really feel that this person is passionate about what they put forth on their social media platforms, or what they put forth on their e-commerce brand and whatever they're selling. Like, you'll know when people honestly believe in a product and when people are just talking about a product just to get a sale. And that's exactly what I walk you through. Define Your Why guidebook. It's making sure you know your core motivations, what's going to motivate you through this content creation journey, what's going to motivate you through your entrepreneurial journey. Like, what is the basis, what is the presence that you want to bring on to your online presence? Once again, I'm a digital design coach. New entrepreneurs and new content creators get ready, put together their brand preparations in order to get the clarity and the confidence they're looking to position their power within their online brand. Go to the description box right now and grab your copy of the Find Your Why guidebook. Okay, it's going to ask you your deepest, chorus motivators. Like, not just you want to get money, not because you want a brand, not because you want clout. Like, what is the depth reason? See, this is the thing. If you're going to have a brand, you have to have depth. Looking for a side hustle and you just want to get random objects off of Alibaba and start selling them. Okay, boom, that's one thing. That's not necessarily a brand. You know what I'm saying? But a brand is to really establish yourself and to have authority and have real skin in a brand. People say they want to have clothing brands, but really you're just putting a picture on a t-shirt and be like, oh, here we go, I'm selling this. Like, no, you want to have presence like this. Because this is what I really want to establish here. A brand brings about positioning, power, and presence. That's what a brand is: positioning, power, and presence. So what is positioning? It's getting in front of the audience that needs you. Not, oh, what's popular right now? Who's talking about what right now? Oh, this seems to be the hot topic right now. Let me do a video about it. Yeah, if you can somehow tie that into your brand's mission, your brand's purpose, your overall message, go ahead and do that, right? Positioning yourself to serve the right people and getting in front of those people so that you can serve them. All right. Power. Power is knowing what you're going to talk about and how are you going to move these people to the result that they want. Okay, that is power. And presence is establishing a mood. Presence is establishing strength. It's like a standard. I feel like presence is like a standard. So like people know that, like, okay, this is what this person represents. This is what I now can know how they're going to deliver their message. Like, I'm used to their deliverance, right? I'm used to their essence and how they show themselves up, and I have now become comfortable with their presence. And then that's how you establish authority and presence online. And if you're constantly looking around yourself, outside yourself, feeling like you need another person to copy or things of that nature, woo, it's time to do some self-reflecting, sit down and go back in that good book of principles, the good book of principles, and start recognizing who you're originally designed to be and who you're originally designed to serve through your content and through your e-commerce. The description box below, get the Find Your Why guidebook and start establishing your core's message. All right. With the first tool that I have, it is the Align to the Signs Audience Solution Template. That is where you find who you serve and how you can serve them best. Okay. You're gonna find out their pain points. Why is it hindering them? Is the hindrance even happening? And see what the consequence is if they don't fix it. And then find the solution and make sure your videos and your products and your services are displaying such deliverables for that audience. All right. All right. Your brand journey today with clarity, confidence, and while you're here, okay, you won't care who doesn't approve. You won't care to make content that's popular. You won't care to have a friend next to you. You won't have to have people going to the bathroom with you. You weren't designed to be liked. You don't have to people please. Be quiet about certain things. You weren't designed to be liked. You were designed to be aligned. Aligned by design. Affirmations for creatives and entrepreneurial spirits. These are my coloring pages that come out of this coloring book. It says, I am now becoming all that I want to become. Exactly. It's not you becoming somebody else. You're not becoming like somebody else. No, you are being who you're originally designed to be. And so therefore, when other people are originally designed to your message, those are the people who's going to naturally flock to you. Everybody is not your targeted audience. Like, that's literally how I live my life. It's almost like God has subconsciously been showing me that everyone is not my targeted audience. They're not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like your content. People gonna thumbs it down. People gonna be in the comment section talking mess. People gonna give you bad reviews just because. People gonna test you just because. Like, you're not here to be a light. You're here because you're assigned. You're assigned to something. In the beginning, when you were in your mother's room, I already knew you. I counted the hairs on your head. I knew who you were going to be because God assigned you to something here in this life, right? He gives you your interests and your dislikes, and even he allows you to go through certain trials and tribulations and pain because that is going to grow your character. Whatever you stand for after all of what you went through within your life. You take those things and you can create a business. You create a cause. You can create a YouTube channel just off of that. And so right now, everybody's talking about, oh, how the job market is crumbling, or everyone's talking about the tariffs or however the case is. Okay, but is that your targeted audience? Is that what you usually talk about? Or are you just talking about it because everybody's talking about it right now? Like, I'm gonna be for real. I've always been an outsider. I don't care to fit in because when I cared to fit in, I felt off course. And I don't want that feeling of feeling off course. And that's literally what I did this brand based off of, is that people feel off course. People feel misaligned. People feel like their brand not getting off the ground. They're doing all these different tactics and things that they quote learning from other people who probably just don't know. They're just feeding you a bunch of mess, and they're not actually giving you real building blocks to what it is that you want to do and what you actually want to target. And so therefore I said, you know what, let me sit down, let me figure this ish out for myself, and then I'm going to share what I learned to everyone else. Literally, there's some things you need to gatekeep, but having a lot of people off course in life and just doing the status quo or doing what's normal, like, I'm not totally against the 9 to 5. I just believe that you are supposed to do things in life that you genuinely like. Like, everything is not supposed to be mass based. That should not feel like you're playing pretend. That's just what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? So the folk who feel what I'm saying, those the folks that's gonna flock to me. You know what I'm saying? Things that agitate me, like playing pretend, not showing up the way you want to show up in life. You feel stagnant, you feel stuck, you feel like you've been trying to do this, that, and the third, but stuff is not aligned. It's because you need clarity. You need to go to the person who originally designed you. All right. So that's my message for today. Make sure y'all go in that good book of principles. Okay, and y'all get to find your why guidebook. I'm your digital design coach. Such the accessory. If y'all want your design coaching today, start off with the first tool. It's free. It's the Align to the Science Audience Solution template. I'll see y'all on my next one.